Yo, you tuned in to Gorilla Cross Radio.
Broadcasting live from downtown Las Vegas, you're tuned in to Gorilla Cross Radio.
Welcome to Let the Ball Bounce Sports Talk on this beautiful, beautiful Saturday afternoon, man. I am your host, Goose Thomas. We got a full boat in here today, because y'all know what we talking about today, baby. Y'all already know, man. Shout out to our guy, Dre Bailey, man, out there in the MIAO celebrating his 21st birthday.
I thought it was 25th.
We'll go 25.
He's 25.
We'll go 25.
55th.
Yikes!
That's what I thought.
Yikes! Whoa. And I'm pretty sure he's gonna call up here in a little while, man. But we appreciate everybody for chiming in, man, to Let the Ball Bounce Sports Talk, man. Every Saturday, 2 p.m. Pacific Coast time, and every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Pacific Coast time, man. We got a full boat in here, man. Like I said, man, we got our guy Steven Senior in the building. What's good with you, big bro?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. And we got our guy, Mr. Bill Logan, man. What's good with you, big bro?
Controversy.
Yeah, man. Yes, indeed, man. And my guy forever right here, man, Mr. J Spate, resident 49er fan. What's good,
Yes,
bro?
sir.
Yes, indeed, man. And of course, we got Sherm of the Worm
In
here.
the building.
Another resident 49er fan.
Yes, sir.
As you can see, there's a trend going.
Yes, sir.
There's a trend. But we might have to break it right here, man, because
we got a weak link.
Yeah, we got a weak link in the group, man. We got a weak link. But this is my guy, though. This is my guy forever. I start, and I tell this story every single time because I have to. Because I watched this guy grind from the very, very bottom, right, to now perfect his craft. I saw it. I saw the maturation process with this dude, bro. From the time he was a kid, a teenager.
Yeah.
And I say kid.
Had braces.
He had braces at the time. We talking about my man, Mr. J. Reed in the building. What's good, brother?
What's poppin'? Man, I appreciate you having me on the show
man,
again.
you already know, man. This
Man, I love coming
your
here.
Fourth or fifth time, man.
Yeah, I love coming talking a little mess.
Yes, indeed, man. He's a Bronco fan, though.
I am a Bronco fan. We not, in the Super Bowl this year.
He's a Bronco fan.
We coming back. We just got to get rid of Flacco. That's all.
Is that what it is?
But, I know everybody going for the 49ers, but I got to tell you.
Not everybody. We gonna get into that.
Everybody on this side.
It's going to be a lot of mad people in this room come tomorrow.
I mean, it
It's going to be a
sounds
lot
good.
of mad people because we got Patrick Mahomes coming.
Well, we'll
Wait
see.
a minute. You say you're a Bronco fan.
He
I
said
am a
we.
Bronco
I heard
fan,
him say
but
we. Y'all heard that?
So
Y'all
how
heard
you
him say
saying we?
I'm going for Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah,
So that's what I'm saying.
wow.
We.
There you go.
So
I'm
you're
a
a
big
Bronco fan.
I'm a big fan of Patrick Mahomes.
Yes, indeed, man.
Big
I
fan.
love Pat Mahomes, man.
Right.
He's a monster. I knew that when he was in college, man. But just not tomorrow.
I hate hearing him interview though. Hey guys,
Kermit D. Frog.
I heard it yesterday.
Oh, it's bad.
I heard it yesterday.
the defense, they set up in cover 3, and he got dudes over there, boy.
And on the couch, I said on the couch,
They working on their bets right now.
on the couch,
Put me in,
Parlays.
coach. Put me in, coach.
They doing parlays right now.
we have in the building our girls, man. Girl Chat Sports are here, man. Every time, look, they've never told us no. Never. I've never been told no by them.
Okay.
Every time we ask, they show up. Every time.
Did
I
you
love
ask them
them.
this time?
Yes.
Okay.
And they're here.
Because they was here before we got
In
here.
the flesh. Yes.
So I
Yes.
thought they were just here.
Yes. Yes.
They just don't leave.
They watching TV. They watching the game. I thought this was like the little get-together spot. Everybody come watch the game and have some drinks.
To hang out.
No, man. But yeah, man. We love Girl Chat Sports, man. Shout out to them, man. And shout out to Unnamed. Everybody that graces that desk, man.
Yeah.
We got a lot to talk about today.
We do.
We got a lot to talk about today. Let's first start it out. On last night, the Los Angeles Lakers returned home after the tragic passing of one Kobe Bryant and one Gigi Bryant and 7 other lives that were lost on that helicopter flight.
Yeah.
I want to get everybody's opinion on what they saw and how they felt on last night, watching what you watched, dealing with the entire memorial, the entire, the video presentation. What was going through your mind when you watched that? Quan, I want to get you. No for Quan. Quan says no. Quan don't want to talk about it. I understand. Mr. Stevens Sr., I need your opinion, sir.
Well, after watching it last night, man, I sat there and I couldn't believe they was going to try to play a basketball game after that.
Yeah.
That's the same as ring night. When teams get their rings. And after that, you always, if you're a betting person, you always bet the road team when the team is getting their championship rings.
Sure.
Because cats don't want to play after that. It's the same kind of emotional roller coaster. Bron did a fantastic job in his little speech he gave, and how he just came from the heart, as he said. And on a separate note, man, I think it's really cool with LeBron, man, because he only been in Laker Nation for what, 2 years now? Year and a half.
Yeah.
And the cat has been through 2 deaths in the Bus family.
Man.
The Kobe passing, and just and Laker Nation is really, I don't care about the fanatics that just act a fool when he said he was coming.
Right.
The real Laker Nation cats, like these cats sitting up in Bill, you and all other partners, they understand what this cat is bringing, man.
Sure.
This cat ain't just, they say he just came for movies and TVs and all that stuff. That cat came to win a championship, and he's part of the Laker Nation family.
True.
And I think it's real cool how they opened him up and embraced him and all that, man. So it was cool last night watching it. I couldn't believe they was gonna play a basketball game again, but I wasn't shocked they lost.
Yeah.
I was not shocked they lost. I thought they'd get blowed out actually. And it came close.
Look, Dame Lillard is a problem.
Oh, it's a problem.
And I've said it time and time again. When he came out of school, people, he's coming out of this small school. We don't really know who he is. Look, man, I don't care what school you went to. If you a problem, you a problem.
He was trying to pick people out of the stands.
Lillard is a problem.
He was trying to pick people out of the stands to guard him.
Yeah.
Because nobody in purple and gold could do anything with him.
Unbelievable. Go ahead, Bill. Go ahead, Bill.
And Dame were like the new freshmen in the Big Sky that year. So Dame was touted pretty high.
Yeah.
What they gonna do in those playoffs?
That's another story.
I mean, he is a problem, don't get me wrong, but when you get to the playoffs, then what?
That's another story.
If he gets to the playoffs, they're not even
they like 3 games out of 8th right now.
Right. He was done after that wave last year.
Yeah.
After that wave, he was done.
It's a little tough, man. They got to get Nurkic back. I think them getting him back, they need inside scoring. Like, I like Hassan Whiteside, but he's not a consistent inside scorer like that. He'll get you, your putbacks. He had a career night last night.
Yeah.
That was a career night, and Dame Lillard had a career night. Hassan Whiteside had a career night. They won by 8 points.
Off of the emotional ceremony that happened before the game, where nobody had any energy going into the game.
They won by 8, guys.
Well, they shouldn't really won by 8. That was just like the garbage points at the end. They should have only lost by maybe 3.
Yeah, right. I mean,
but they start subbing everybody out. It's over.
There you go. So, what about you, Bill? I want to get your take on what you saw and felt last night.
When I watched it, of course, it was pretty emotional.
Yeah.
Being a Laker fan.
Sure.
But no, I didn't cry. It was. I got choked a little bit.
Yeah.
I didn't cry.
Got your throat a little bit.
Yeah.
And grabbed you.
like that.
That frog in his throat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
can you bring me some beans? Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, but other than that, I thought it was a beautiful, beautiful celebration that they had for him.
Yeah.
I wish they could have channeled Kobe's energy, his Mamba mentality last night, but
didn't happen.
I understand why.
Yeah, of course.
I understand why. Hopefully this doesn't derail the rest of the season. His death, what happened, the rest of the season. Hopefully they can really channel what Kobe is all about.
Absolutely.
And, go after this championship.
Totally agree. Spade?
It was.
And you a Celtic fan.
Yeah.
Let's get that out.
Yeah.
And this man is really about to give his thoughts on a Los Angeles Laker right now, man. Please listen. Go ahead, Spade.
It was tough to watch.
Yeah.
It was tough to watch. It almost felt like I was at a funeral.
Yeah.
It was tough to watch, and then I looked and I saw the reserve seats for Gigi and Kobe. And I was like, man,
that's tough.
Tough for his wife to watch.
Yeah.
And his other kids.
Yep.
And I just thought that at any given time it could be any one of us.
Sure.
And yeah, Kobe was a very big, huge impact to the game.
Yeah.
But he was more a family guy.
Right.
And I think that's what hurts me the most, because their dad is gone.
Yeah.
Ain't no coming back.
Nope. Wow.
So it was tough to watch, and even as being a Celtic fan, as you said, I'm still a student of the game.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
I know greatness when I see it.
Question.
Yeah.
No question.
Can't deny his greatness.
Absolutely. Sure.
I didn't see the ceremony last night. I was in the middle of something, so I missed that. But since I wasn't on the show Tuesday, the way that Kobe's death affected, the way I learned about it is what really hurt me. We see on the sports page, I do a lot of debating, especially with like a Jordan, Kobe, or LeBron on the page. And the night before, I was in this intense debate because LeBron had just passed Kobe. And it was in this debate, and I got up in the following morning to the notifications, and I responded back to something. And the problem when you debate somebody about one player or another, a actor or singer, whatever, you have to kind of throw shade at the other person to elevate the one that you're in favor of.
Right.
So that following morning, I remember responding back to something, and the person responded back to me. And I got dressed. I said, I'm going to go to the gym. And my daughter was like, Daddy, I want to go with you to the gym. And I was like, okay, baby, let's go. So I walk in the gym, and this guy, though, in one of our groups was like, well, I guess Kobe's dead now. And I was like, wait, what? Just because LeBron passed him in scoring doesn't mean he died. I mean, that's dumb. Right. He was like, no, man, he's passed now. I was like, yeah, but records are meant to be broken. It still hadn't hit me yet. Sure. I didn't know.
Sure.
So he's like, no, man, he had a helicopter crash just now. And I looked at the monitors in the gym, and I see the breaking news.
Yeah.
And at the time I saw it, it was reported that all 4 of his daughters were in the helicopter at the same time. Yeah. And my daughter was with me at the gym, and my 4-year-old was just holding on to my thigh, because although she wanted to go with me, she didn't want to go in the gym. She didn't want to go in the play place. So she's crying, holding my leg like, Daddy, I don't want to go. I don't want to go. And I'm seeing this, and Kobe's daughters had passed, supposedly. I lost it, man. And what people don't understand about me, I may get into these debates or such, but I'm a huge Kobe fan. I wrote a book that went bestseller on Amazon, and I talk about Kobe's leadership, how I aspire to be him when it comes to leadership. You watch his second life after retiring, because people forget he called himself Mamba. And if you ever watch the documentary The Muse, he talked about why he calls himself the Mamba.
Love the Muse.
It's people use that term Mamba mentality, but they don't understand the concept. He takes all the noise from outside life or the critics that he gets, and then he compiles it and puts it all on the court and unleashes then he goes back to his regular life, almost like a Bruce Wayne to Batman and Gotham.
Yes, perfect example.
And I look at that in my own life. As men, we go and we battle life every day, and then we come home and we have to be husbands and fathers. So his post-career life, I looked at that and was like, that's that dude. And I think the reason why it affected me, because before his passing, I was just, it's all sports debate, but I was just lowering him compared to another player. So in his final moments, I was taking shots at him. And I think that affected me. And so it just hit me. It hit me different. I'm not a Laker fan. I'm a Bucks fan. Y'all know that.
Absolutely.
But it hit me in a different way, man. It really did. If y'all notice, I ain't been on a page all week. So I couldn't watch the memorial, but I wouldn't have if it was an opportunity anyway.
Wow. Jay Reed.
Can't follow that one.
It's tough, bro.
It's tough, man. It's when I found out the news, I was devastated.
Sure.
And you say you were a Kobe fan. Growing up, I wasn't a Kobe fan. I was always a LeBron fan, and it was always that LeBron versus Kobe thing, And so I was on LeBron's side, but I never denied, like you said, you can't deny Kobe's greatness. It's like you can't.
Yeah. Right.
I mean, his mentality, the way he, I know I thought he was a ball hog and stuff, but the way he approached the game, like I'm giving my all, I'm going out there. I mean, his pain threshold, like you can't. A man that just ruptured his Achilles went up and still shot free throws. It's like that's
go with
amazing.
Him going seasons with a broken hand.
Come on,
yeah.
Like
Multiple.
dude has like a zero pain tolerance.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah, you got to.
You can't deny that. Love him or hate him, but like you said, post career, just see him as a family man, and start taking that journey as trying to be the best man he could for his daughters.
Sure.
And, it's just devastating seeing this, And last night, like you said, I thought it felt like a funeral also to me. And it's like, I kind of wish, I understand that they had to do something because this is the first game back at the Staples Center, of course, since he passed. But I felt like they should have kind of separated the two. Maybe they should have had that as a memorial or his funeral, and then play the game and just played the game. You could have honored them with like they had the patch on the jersey and everyone had the shoes on. You could have honored them that way, but I don't think they should have did like a whole memorial and had LeBron talk right before the game.
Right. And I kind of feel similar to that with that last point. But I'm not mad.
Yeah, you can't be
took
mad.
Place
exactly.
At all. Yeah. Not mad at what took place. I just felt, these guys are still grieving. You already took one game away and postponed it, the one on Tuesday. These dudes still grieving at that time.
Yeah, right.
So coming into last night, I don't think it got any better. I really don't.
Right.
Like something like that where it's like tragic and sudden, like that takes time. Like you can't just, oh man, let's get back to normal life now. It wasn't like, he had cancer and it was kind of well, it could be any day now type thing. No. He was doing something that he did every single day, and he died behind it, bro. Think about that. Yeah. Something that you do every single day, routine. It's a routine flight that he takes 30 minutes from his home.
I was about to say that. Yeah.
And you die? Come on, man. How you come back from that psychologically, bro?
Yeah.
How? You really can't. You can't say, oh man, just shape up, man. You'll be all right. No.
And I think what really hit players, specifically the Lakers, is he was just with them on the road in Philly the night before. They were all celebrating, even though his record had gotten broken. They were still celebrating. He was in attendance cheering.
Yeah.
So here it is. I see you tonight. Chuck the deuces, and then by the time you get back, you're not here.
That's it.
Yeah.
And that's the fragile part about life, is because you never know when that final breath will be taken. You never know when you have to say your goodbyes to someone.
Yeah.
And so I think that's the hard part, because people didn't get a chance to say that. Like you said, if somebody has a terminal disease or something, you know that there's a finale coming.
Gotcha.
Or if they've lived a long life, there's a finale coming.
Yep.
He wasn't playing anymore, but he was around the game. He was part of the game in his retirement.
Yep.
So you don't expect that.
And it's crazy, we talking about people with illnesses. I didn't know Chris Dolman had brain cancer.
I
had no idea until it popped up that he was dead.
Yep.
Like, and people were saying on the page, well, how come nobody giving this energy? I posted it when I first saw it, and nobody responded to it.
Sometimes I mean, look, I'm a 49er fan, and Chris Dolman was big and huge for us, right?
Yeah, he was.
But Kobe's persona was
Absolutely.
much bigger than Chris Doman, and that goes for the other families in the helicopter crash as well too. Nobody's slighting them or making their lives less important.
Not at all.
It was just a connection with this individual that we knew.
Absolutely. I want to get
real quick. People that don't understand that are just being ignorant.
Correct.
Because it's like we're texting our friends for 20 years and our family members for 20 years. Look what Kobe did. You know, want to go to the game? Let's go to a game. We're not saying that like, oh, did you see the helicopter pilot fly over the river? You know what I'm saying? You're not texting your friends. So there's no connection. Like, and we mentioned this on our show. You can hate someone with so much passion, like people hate Trump, people hate politicians. But those same people are saying, how can you be mourning somebody you didn't even know? Right. Well, how? So you can show hateful emotions towards people you don't know, but you can't show love towards people you don't know.
That's great.
That does not make sense.
I'm glad you said that because there's so many people that Kobe had impacted in the NBA that nobody would have known. Because he had the selfish mentality. He was the so-called introvert that kept to himself. But dude has dropped several different nuggets that, as the guy we call the GOAT, MJ, didn't do.
Yeah. This is true.
Absolutely right.
The facts, bro.
Absolutely.
That's true.
And what's crazy, to your point as well, Quan, is that if you remember on the page, I had put this post about, you know, because at a certain point, once this happened, I started seeing people saying, why they take Kobe? They should have took LeBron. Somebody posted they should have took Jordan. I'm like, wait, what? Now we wishing death upon other people because of your
that's
fandom?
Crazy. That's insane, man.
It started getting outlandish, and so, you know, instead of allowing people to, there were other people. What Quan said, why are you mourning somebody that you didn't know? Well, you know what? You hurt for people who are affected by a loss, even if you didn't know it. I mean, look, we all know each other here, but we may not know everybody's extended family. But if you're hurt because of a loss in your extended family, then I hurt for you.
That's it.
Like Stewart this week lost his brother. You know what I'm saying? Like
crazy.
And I didn't know his brother, but I felt like crying for the dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I barely even know him.
Right.
I know him from social media. You know what I'm saying? And I was just sitting there like, I was trying to meet up with him, like, dude, where you at? You know what I'm saying? Like, you're connected somehow. And
Absolutely.
You know, those same people, how come you're not mourning for the other people? How come you're not mourning for the dude that died across, you know, in a motorcycle accident in your city?
Yeah.
Or the other car. You know, there's people that die all the time. You can't mourn for every single person. So you're mourning for the people you're connected to.
Right. People are weird.
Very.
I'll just say that. I want to get the girls' takes, man. We got Girl Chat Sports in the building, man, and I really want to get a lady's perspective on this very topic, man, with Kobe Bean Bryant and how you guys felt watching that memorial and seeing what you saw, hearing what you heard, and just your overall emotion, man. We got Mo and Mel in the building,
What's
man.
up?
Girl Chat Sports,
Thank
man.
you so much for having us,
Absolutely,
first of all,
man.
to
Absolutely.
join in on this beautiful Saturday.
Yes, absolutely, man. So how did you guys feel, Mel? Mo, we'll start with you. How did you feel? What were your emotions? What were you going through as a Laker fan when you watched that memorial last night?
You know, I was at work, so I had to keep some kind of decorum. I couldn't really cry like I wanted to.
Right.
But, you know, if people know me personally, know that I am a diehard Laker fan. I've been a Laker fan since I can remember. The only jersey I own is that of Kobe Bean Bryant. I chose that one for a reason. I could have had Magics. I could have had Kareems. I could have had Worthies. I could have had Byron Scott. I could have had all of them. Rick Fox. I could have had AC Greens, Virgin Sub. I could have had all of that. But I chose Kobe's for a reason because we literally grew up with the guy. 17 years old, born in 78, same age as my younger brother who is a Laker fan. So it hit me pretty hard. Like the shock was on Sunday. The grief was on Monday. The anger was Tuesday, Wednesday. It just took me through the roller coaster of all the emotions. I thought it was a great ceremony. Mel kind of was back and forth texting me like, "Oh, no one's wearing the shirts. They got all these shirts and no one's wearing them."
I was mad about that.
Yeah.
Like, how you gonna give out all these shirts and people in their audience like?
But if you know Laker Nation, though, if you know Laker Nation, you know the Hollywood lower section never wears the shirt.
But not on this day.
But they had shirts on when the game was on. Like people were wearing
there
the
was,
shirts. When they
there
had
were
on.
some, but I'm saying for that whole, because here's the deal. What sucks is that the people that didn't pay as much, who maybe not had the money, didn't get the shirts. They're all about the top bowl. They got nothing.
Got you.
Now everybody in lower bowl, they all get a free shirt.
And they're reselling the shirts.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
480, 400. There's one. I'm looking at pictures they posted on Facebook on the Laker fan page. It's $8,000 for one of the shirts right now.
Oh, that's why they didn't have them on.
This can't be life.
And to be keeping it a buck with y'all too, if I was there and I had my like Kobe jersey on or something like that, I probably wouldn't put the shirt on at
But
that
there are
moment.
people that didn't have nothing.
Well, that's Hollywood Lakers. They never wear anything Laker
That's why I'm
oriented.
not a Laker fan and never have
in
been.
the
Folding it up.
bottom.
That's
Yeah, they fold it and put it
$8,000
up.
right
Yeah,
there.
right. So they're putting it on
Putting
there.
that
But,
in the case.
yeah, but
Wrapping that in
Yeah,
some
wrap that.
plastic.
That's
exactly, 8,000,
8 racks
400.
right
You know,
there.
everybody's
That's
trying to
insane.
propaganda off of this thing, and then they were talking about how people were already selling within hours of Kobe's death. They already had the bootleg swap meet RIP Kobe Bryant T-shirts unlicensed, already selling them outside of Staples Center. So LA is that's LA. That's a
it.
whole
It's a hustle.
whole hustle
It's a
thing.
whole
So,
hustle.
but getting back to your point of the feeling and emotion of it, yeah, it hurt. It hurt bad. It hurt just as much as it hurt me when Prince died,
Sure.
if not worse. You know,
Sure. I'm a Prince guy.
even
I love
even
Prince.
if you didn't know the guy personally, he affected you, and I think that's where the emotions come from. You yourself and your own emotions get excited when Kobe does
That's right.
big things when you're watching a Lakers game. It's just
Yeah,
fun. He makes
absolutely.
you happy. He makes you sad. He makes you mad.
Yeah.
And as a family, we call him Longhead Kobe. So he's like one of our family members. You know,
Fans
that's how
got
we feel.
nicknames for
We got nicknames for our
everybody.
players because we attach a relationship to them. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
absolutely.
So that's pretty much what it is. It's gonna take a minute. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah,
for me to
it's
get.
definitely gonna take a minute.
It's gonna take a
It's
long
gonna take
minute.
basketball a while.
Oh
I think.
yeah,
Yeah.
man. And
Just
I
let
didn't,
alone Laker Nation. It's gonna take
right.
basketball a while.
And I didn't have a problem with LeBron's speech and going off script. He
I had
said
no
what he
issues
felt.
with it at all.
And I had
None.
people
Zero.
that I follow that were upset with it because you still have some portion of the Laker fans that did not want LeBron there in the first place. You know, and,
weirdos.
and it's
Stop
crazy
being
to me.
weird.
It's crazy because it's LeBron James.
Stop
This is like
being
people
weird.
doubting us about our season when we have LeBron and AD. Don't
Stop
come at
being
me with this
weird.
Clipper stuff when we got LeBron and AD. Like
Stop
that's
being weird.
yeah. They're weird. They're
God.
weird. I don't even want to shout and put this guy out on blast, but he went on a whole soliloquy.
Put him on
No,
blast.
I'm not gonna put him on blast.
Putting weirdness on
I'm not gonna
blast.
put him on
Get
blast.
petty. Get petty. Get petty.
This
He
foolishness.
told me
2020, we
went
putting
in.
weirdness on blast.
And he got 64 comments backlashing him for saying it. Like, why, bro? Why?
Let's talk about him. Yeah, put him on blast.
Not gonna
This
do it, but
foolishness that he speaks.
yes, yeah. So
Wow.
yeah,
That's
I mean, I
crazy.
could screenshot it to you and let you see what he said. But it's just crazy to me. He was like, I don't think he should have. You know, he had opinions of. I don't think he should have given that speech. He's not the real like. Stop with
Shut
all
up.
that. Stop with all that because.
Or go
Yeah,
talk
yeah.
to management. They brought him in, so it's like that's their problem, really. At some
God,
point,
man.
He's the face of the team.
I mean, I think they were expecting to see Shaq say something, but they have all
Yeah.
said something on their own platform. What else more can we say? And can we wait till the services like when everybody wants something?
And
to
let's
say?
not act like people wasn't waiting for LeBron to talk anyway.
Yeah,
Like, come on, man. Stop being weird.
yeah, they was being weird.
Mel.
well, we all know I've been a Laker hater
Of course.
my whole life.
I'm
It's
with you
okay.
on that, man.
And
Give me
it's
some.
okay.
And I think that's one thing that inspired me was that there was a few people that I saw on my timeline that were like, "Listen, you can hate the Lakers. You could not have been a Kobe fan." Which I grew up in MJ. MJ is my like you guys had
Absolutely.
LeBron.
Yeah.
Someone had
Yeah.
I was MJ all day. So I've always thought that Kobe had like had like this copy. This little like
Carbon
copy, cookie cutter, and I can't say that I was always inspired by Kobe, but the fact that of the person who he became, I think in the later years, especially after retiring with his family and his kids, like that's what got me. Like he died with his daughter.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, it hurts. It's hectic, and shout out to the other souls that were lost on that flight as well. I mean, it's impacting a lot. It's just,
Well, and what we didn't think too is that they had the whole Mamba girls team was there.
Yes.
they lost 3 of their friends.
Yeah, they did.
All of us have played sports.
Right.
All of us have played sports.
Come on, man.
When you are in a team with the people and your team usually is there for more than a year, so you're playing with multiple years with the people, and you're losing 3 of your sisters.
That's crazy.
I mean, it's rough. I mean, it's a rough situation. No one expected this going into 2020, especially in the first month of 2020. We don't expect her. You know, I expected to see Kobe. Every time I see Bill Russell, anytime I see Bill Russell sitting on the sideline, I always think about, I can't wait to see Kobe at that age, being that GOAT, sitting at the All-Star games, doing all that kind of stuff, like and just being that Mamba
like
guy.
Bill Russell,
it's crazy because usually people aren't around to hand over their namesake trophies.
Right.
He's there every year to hand out the most valuable player of the NBA Finals. Ain't that crazy?
Up there looking 135.
Man, come on, bro. He's there to hand you his trophy.
But you know what's going to be even more tough is now he's going to be posthumously put in the Hall of Fame, and he won't be able to speak.
I mean, and the thing too, I'm kind of tight with the NBA a little bit, and I'm tight with people that bring up the past transgressions of his flaws or faults, and we all have that. But I'm mostly tight with the NBA on this because he should have got the MVP more than one time.
Of course.
They didn't give him the MVP because of that.
Sure.
And I don't want to hear like, oh, you know, one time. No, this guy should have been the 5-time MVP. Like, let's just be real.
At least 3. At least 3.
I give him 5. I give him 5 for the 5 rings. At least 3. 3 is good.
That's debatable.
At least 3.
Jay Reed, I'm just saying.
At least 3.
I'm gonna give y'all that. It's Kobe days, so I'm gonna give y'all that.
No. I'm not trying to be a delusional fan, but that's just how I feel. I just feel like
I'm not even a Kobe Bryant fan. I'm a Laker fan, but I'm not even a Kobe Bryant fan. I'm a fan of one guy that's ever played in the NBA,
Michael
Shaquille O'Neal.
Okay,
that's
you're
it.
Shaq guy.
I'm a Shaq guy.
I got you.
That's my guy.
I got you.
But let's be honest.
Yeah.
Kobe Bryant deserved more than one most valuable player.
Most valuable player in the league. I look at that and I'm just like so tight because it's like really? Y'all went off some personal stuff to give him not that.
Look.
I'll come back another day on
that. Steve Nash balled out. He brought his team. They won 60 games.
Yeah.
I like it. Great. Fine. Did he have a better year than Kobe Bryant?
What about Shaq?
Let's be honest.
What about Shaq?
No, Sherm, he didn't. He didn't.
What about Shaq?
He didn't. He didn't. He didn't. He didn't. He didn't. He didn't.
Okay.
He didn't.
Okay.
Love what he did.
Did Kobe have a better year than Shaq though that year?
That year that he won?
Yeah. No. That Steve Nash won.
Did he? Yeah, he had a better year than Steve Nash. Yes.
No. Steve Nash won that year. I'm saying did Kobe? That you saying Kobe should have won over Steve Nash?
Yes.
But I'm saying, did Kobe have a better year than Shaquille O'Neal that year?
That year?
Yes, he did.
Yes, he did.
Yes, he did.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Shaq was in what? We talking?
Yeah, he was in Miami.
Yeah, he was in Miami at the time.
No, he was with the Lakers.
No, he was in Miami. He was in Miami at the time.
Yeah.
He was averaging like 19 points a game.
Yeah.
Didn't they win the championship that year with D Wade?
They did. D Wade was the leader of that team.
No, I know he won in the finals. He got him to the.
Yeah, Shaq was pedestrian at that. But I'm a Shaq fan. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Okay,
he was pedestrian.
I don't know.
He
about
did
that.
just enough.
Well,
he did.
I think
he was pedestrian in terms of Shaquille O'Neal. He was pedestrian. He averaged like 22, 23 a game. It wasn't anything crazy. It wasn't the dominant Shaquille O'Neal that we're used to seeing.
Yeah, the dominance he had in LA, it wasn't that same.
It was not, absolutely.
So
yes.
in that sense, it was pedestrian.
It did change. I don't know. I wouldn't call it pedestrian though. I don't think. It wasn't mediocre. It just was different. It just was different. It was a different vibe, a different thing.
He was second fiddle.
He was second fiddle. Yes.
There you go.
Shaq has set the bar so high. Coming down.
Oh yeah, as far as dominance, sure. Absolutely.
But I think the reason why Kobe Bryant didn't get more MVPs is because he kind of has the James Harden factor. Like he just James Harden just jack up shots, but he take a lot of shots.
Yeah, absolutely.
And his
more than anybody.
It wasn't a team, but it wasn't a team game. Like he didn't.
It was the eye.
It was the eye. It didn't get him wins because it took him a while.
Who's he gonna pass to? Smush Parker? Stop it.
Smush Parker.
Yeah,
Chris Mim, stop it.
But
over here with the burrito all up in his mouth.
But LeBron James would have made Smush Parker an all-star.
Really?
Look like an all-star.
He's made and Danny Green sucks this year.
Smush Parker was gonna be Smush.
A lot of people suck this year with LeBron.
Smush.
You know.
LeBron smush him up on that.
LeBron doesn't make everybody look great.
Smush Parker.
No.
Woo! Time out. I feel like Jay Reed could kill the
Hold on, guys. Javaris Crittenton is Javaris Crittenton. He's a thief. He's a criminal. LeBron James wasn't going to help that.
Where's J.R. Smith right now?
Leaking.
Yeah.
Where's J.R. Smith
He's
right
leaking.
now?
He's leaking. We don't know where he is.
Exactly. Where was he when
Under a
LeBron had him?
bridge. He's under a
In the
bridge.
NBA Finals. In the NBA Finals, right? Am I right? Yeah. But
this is what happens when there get too many people.
Right.
But anyway, the Kobe Bryant ceremony.
No, it's not my fault. I'm just saying that the guy deserved more than one MVP, and that's what we're gonna go back and circle back around. He deserved more than one MVP.
We'll circle
It
back.
wasn't about him a selfish ball player. He was that guy. His last game of his career, he scored 60 points. He tore an ACL and still shot a 3 as he tore that ACL. The guy is an MVP. He's a legend. He's all that.
Okay.
And I'm just saying.
I just want to say this. It ain't hard to shoot free throws with a torn Achilles.
Oh man!
I'm talking about jump shots. Stop that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Second.
Hey, come on.
Second, most importantly, second of all,
Come on.
He's the only basketball player I've ever
second of all,
seen do something
most
like that. Are you
importantly-
kidding me right now?
Most importantly, I will say this. I will say this. The reason Kobe Bryant.
Hold on. Hear him out. Hear him out, guys.
I
Hear
will
him
say
out.
this.
I'm
The
sorry
reason-
I gave him this platform.
The reason Kobe Bryant only has one MVP is because of the rape incidents that went on.
Well, that's what I was saying. That's what I said. That's what I
Because
said.
the league could not afford at that time to let him win MVP, even though he deserved it. By everybody voting in this room, he did deserve it. But they could not, with corporate sponsorship, give him the MVP. It wouldn't have went over well.
I think that's
We
what
pretty
the
much
consensus
said
was
He
when
just
it
had to
was
put a name on it.
Yeah, of course.
He was
Yeah.
like,
Of course.
I agree
R
with you.
word.
I agree with him on that second point, but that Achilles thing. Now hold on.
The Achilles thing is going to get him tossed out of here because I don't understand what he's talking about.
Listen. No, if you watch, so Rodney Hood just tore his Achilles a couple of weeks
Yes,
ago.
he did.
What
Well,
was he
Klay
on the-
Thompson had shot a couple shots
This is
out.
going
What was
to
the
be
issue?
somebody that's called in the last 5 out of the last 8 weeks. So I'm sick. I can't make it. Stop it. You could have made it. Step up to the free throw line.
Load management. Load management.
Major
So you mean
rap.
to tell me you coming off of playing basketball off of a cold?
Yeah.
Load management.
Yeah.
A cold? Like you can't take Robitussin because that's a cold tablet to go to the lights basketball court? Is that what you're telling me right now, Steven?
Lights.
Right.
Not the lights.
Right.
I am so.
No, you can't.
No, and
No,
we're
you
not
can't.
gonna find out.
No, you
We're
can't.
not.
He won't even come to the
Just
show
like
with
you
a
said,
torn
you ran
Achilles.
20 yards on 12 carries. Stop it.
I guarantee you.
No. That Achilles is nothing to play with, man. I'm
It really
telling you.
isn't.
Yeah, that Achilles
If you
is
watch
stop.
everybody that look at Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant had to be helped off the court
Yes,
when
he
he
did.
got his when he tore his
I'm
Achilles.
Thank you.
What made Kobe what made Kobe a soldier on off that? If
He
you go
walked off the
back
court.
and watch it, he walked off the court and came back
Back.
on the court
Yes.
Off the
to
No
shoot.
help.
With
No
a
help.
torn
That's
Achilles.
crazy.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Yep.
The mama mentality.
That ain't human. That ain't human.
I have these same debates here and here.
We love
but
you,
at
Steve.
This point,
We
I love
you.
Steve too, but that was just crazy.
knowingly about Kobe.
Steve had to put his mark on the
Was
show
just
real quick.
nuts and bananas.
Oh boy, the hot takes, boy.
I
But
feel
see,
like,
but Jay Reed,
Yeah.
everybody has different pain thresholds, right?
Yeah.
Somebody have to be carried off. Kobe said, you know what? Let me go out here
I've
and
never
shoot these.
seen. I've
Yeah.
never seen him
Then
like
I'ma
a pain
go.
which
person
makes
like
him
Kobe.
so great
Yeah.
with that.
Yeah.
LeBron has a pain, but I think
Yeah.
Kobe's is on another
Yeah,
level.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
Kobe's on a whole nother
Yeah.
level.
man. That's
Whole
ridiculous.
nother level.
Like he didn't even he walked out.
We know your cold threshold, boy.
0.
Zero.
You better not drink a Corona.
Get that
Don't
man,
you ever call in
drink a
again.
Corona
that man a cold setup. That man needs
Get
a
some
cold
Lysol.
setup.
He needs some Lysol.
Man,
Disinfect around here.
no Corona for you, brother.
Man.
It's a wrap, sir.
He was like, I took a Zycam. I still can't meet y'all.
It look like we put him in timeout. He in the corner by himself. You gotta go to timeout for that one.
Oh, man. Look, man. You listening to Let the Ball Bounce Sports Talk right now, man. We got a full house, man.
popping in here.
It is pop, lock, and dropping in here, man. It is so official in
Right,
here. We
drop
got
it in
Girl
here.
Chat Sport.
Can I do a shout out real quick? I just want to do a shout out real quick. He was gonna call in, but Mel and I had a previous guest a few weeks ago, like last year. Alexander Thiel, who boxes over at Johnny Toko's.
Yes.
He's starting his first professional fight in a couple weeks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, February 13th. So the
Okay.
day before Valentine's at the Westgate.
Dope.
So you guys check him out. If Alex calls in, he can just kind of give you guys a little
Absolutely,
something
man. I love
about it.
watching.
But yeah, he's starting his
I'm a
pro
fan
fight.
of the
so.
Sweet Science, man. I love watching up and coming guys, man, and go through the ranks, man, and come up.
Yeah,
like that.
mean, he did the Olympic trials. He did amateur boxing. He's 9-5 with his record. I mean, and then he's already starting to go pro. I mean, it's just
Beautiful.
beast mode.
How old is he?
I was early 20, very young.
Young dude.
Yeah,
huh?
yeah.
That's good, man.
Yeah.
That's good.
So he
Beautiful
may call
thing.
in and
yeah, boxing
talk y'all some
is
stuff.
boxing is not a sport that you play. It's something that you do.
Yeah, absolutely.
So anybody that thinks that they can step inside the square circle and just throw hands, yeah, you'll get beat up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you'll
most
get beat
definitely.
up.
Most
you'll get
definitely.
beat up really, really bad, man.
Yeah.
Again, man, you're listening to Let the Ball Bounce Sports Talk, man. Follow us on all our social media sites, man. At Let the Ball Bounce. We're on IG, where it's hot and heavy, man. Also, we are on Facebook, where we got one of the hottest sports talk pages, man. If you are not a part of this page, man, please.
Oh boy.
Please.
The girl
get
chat
involved.
page is pretty
Yes,
hot too
indeed.
now.
Absolutely, it is. Absolutely, it is. It's super dope, man.
Yeah.
I love the dialogue, man. That you guys bring. It's a different curve.
We don't have
Like-
women in bikinis on our page.
No,
Sorry, guys.
no,
Well, because some of
we
y'all,
saw- we
let's
ain't
be
seen no
clear,
Speedos, no dudes in
LTBB,
Speedos. We
y'all
saw
be
some-
throwing up some girls' behinds.
Now-
Like, oh, I know this is sports related because
I don't personally.
Partake.
Eh,
Nobody
Yeah.
here.
It
Nobody
happens.
here.
eh.
But it happens.
Nobody here.
But it happens.
None of y'all comment on it. None of y'all.
Do I comment?
Oh,
See,
that's
what
right.
y'all forget is that
No.
between
I'm just looking for the sports aspect
between
of it. That's
me,
all.
Goose, and Dre.
Steve
one
posts
of
them
us
all the
will
time.
like every post and comment.
I like every post. So
on every regardless, so it will get liked
Yeah.
no matter what the
no
content.
matter what it is.
Well, I see it and I
It's
just kind
okay.
of keep
We be
scrolling.
laughing.
you
We just
go.
give,
There you
give
go.
it a hard
There you go.
time.
Yeah.
If you don't
Give it a
like
hard
it,
time. Keep
scroll
going.
It's your guys' page. You do whatever you
Yeah,
want. You know what I
yeah.
mean? And everyone else has
Yeah.
a choice to either partake or not
Yeah,
partake.
if it's something on the page that I don't like or I don't choose to, participate in the conversation, I like it and I scroll
Yeah.
past.
But we did do our top 5 though. So
We did right here on
You
the
guys
show.
had a draft.
We had a draft.
You had a
So maybe we
draft.
should have a draft.
Yes.
Let's start
Yes, we
ranking our
did.
5
So
guys
that's
then.
kinda
I think you guys should do it. I think you guys should do a draft.
Maybe we should do a draft
Yes.
and have like our
Why
guys
not?
and discuss it. Yeah,
Why
maybe
not?
There-
we
the,
should-
the old heads I be watching now that are commenting, like Jimmy Jackson was on today. I was like, dang, Jimmy still look good.
Right.
See?
Like,
or the Katino Mobley that we saw.
Yes.
With the Tom Ford
Chris
looking
Webber
great.
every time still got that pearly
Got a
white.
call.
Enough of that. Enough of that.
Well, man, it looks like we got a phone call, man. Caller, you on live with LTBB crew, man. Please state your name and where you're from.
My name is Alexander Thiel, ATG, the neighborhood champ. That's
Oh,
me.
neighborhood champ.
What
Yes.
up, though, man? What's good with you, bro?
Man, we training,
Yes.
going hard, man. Out here in the gym and in
Yes.
the community, man. That's
Yes,
what I do.
indeed. Beautiful thing, man. Beautiful thing, man. What you got
Yeah,
for us
man.
today, bro?
Man, I'm just coming through real quick to get a whole city, the radio, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
and the whole world a message, man.
Yeah.
We've been on the grind for 5 years, man. Started from the bottom. We're getting ready to make my pro debut.
That's what's
And on
up.
February 13th at the Westgate in Las Vegas, Nevada, man.
Yes, sir.
That's the plan.
Yes, indeed, man.
Yeah.
We definitely want to be there ringside, man, to check you out, man. I'm a fan of the Sweet Science. There's a lot of, folks here at the desk are, man. I like to see guys grind from the bottom and come up and be champions, man. And that's what I'm expecting from you. Now, I've never seen you personally fight, but I want to. And on February 13th, I think we're going to make that commitment,
Yeah,
man, and head out to the
definitely.
West
Where
Gate.
can people get
Yeah.
tickets, Alex?
Yeah.
Say that again?
Where can the people get tickets?
Well, I believe that you can get the tickets at readboxing.com. That's the boxing promotion going down.
Mm-hmm.
But check me out on Instagram, ATG Boxing. Till further notice, I'll be dropping videos and content as far as where you can purchase the tickets at. You know what I'm saying? So I believe that tickets range from $25 to $100. So, you know what I'm saying? Just make that purchase and, you know what I'm saying, and support the neighborhood champ, you know?
Yes, indeed, man.
Hey,
Absolutely,
definitely.
bro. Absolutely, man.
Definitely. And shout out to Ray Vega, who's been your trainer / manager. Shout out to Johnny Tokos.
Johnny Tokos, man. Legendary Johnny Tokos, man.
Legendary Johnny
Legendary,
Tokos. So, This is the birth of a
Charleston and Maine.
Yes, indeed. That's the OG sweat box. Yeah, that's what we call it, man. Johnny Tacos, man. Absolutely, the OG sweat box, man.
Yep.
Absolutely, man. It's one of the most legendary gyms, just not in Vegas, man, but I think in the whole country. To be honest with you, man.
Yeah, man.
Yep. Go ahead.
That gym has been there since 1960. You know what I'm saying? And it haven't budged, it haven't changed, it haven't moved. A lot of champs have been there, anywhere from Sugar Ray Leonard, Marvin Hagler.
Yes.
Mike Tyson won a few of his titles out of that
Yes, he
gym.
did.
But yeah, man. So I would definitely want to give a big shout out to my coach Ray Vega.
Yes.
He's been very, very helpful in my career these last couple of months. I'm getting me ready for this Olympic qualifier. So now we're getting ready to make that pro debut. And like I said, he's been helping me in and outside the ring. And shout out to Jimmy Smith. He's the owner of the gym, and he's been very, very helpful since I've been an amateur. So definitely the team is coming together, and the dream is coming together. So
sir, that's what it's about right there, man.
Mm-hmm. Well, we looking forward to seeing
We
you.
sure
Yes,
are.
indeed, man.
Yes.
Absolutely, man. We appreciate you. Yeah, go ahead.
I appreciate the call, y'all.
Absolutely,
Thank
man.
you so much,
That's
Alex.
what's up right there,
ATG,
man.
the neighborhood
That's what's up,
champ, man.
Yeah, man.
Oh, soon to be legend.
I absolutely love watching dudes grind from the bottom in this sport, because boxing is a humbling sport.
Humble to mess at you.
It's not a sport that you can just pick up like basketball. You can just pick up the ball and start practicing. That's not what boxing is. And I wish more people really understood that before they actually start thinking that they knew about the sport. Really understand what the dedication that it takes to perfect this craft and to be really good at the top of your game, at the top of the sport. Please understand, man, before you start talking about boxing, man.
You know really good.
Please, bro.
You'll know, when you get punched in your face.
Yes.
Really,
You'll
really
know.
good. That's when
Yes.
you'll find out.
Yes, that's when you know what, man.
You start seeing
This
them little
not my-
lightning bugs and you
This might not
stars.
be it.
Yeah.
This
Did
might
you
not be
see
it.
JoJo Diaz's face after Tevin Farmer after his previous fight
Yes,
in
yeah,
Miami? And
yeah.
how he had that,
Yes.
it looked like two
Yes,
lips that
yes.
busted open.
Yeah,
and
man.
JoJo, it was crazy.
Unbelievable.
They take some hits.
Come on, man.
They take some hits. No, you kicked me.
I keep kicking you.
Oh, you kicked me. I was like, wait a minute.
She's like,
kicked me.
no, you kicked me.
No, I'm saying I'm kicking
Jay?
you. You kicking you.
No,
I'm
just
sorry.
kidding. No, it's all good. He just
Now-
want to touch me, you guys. I can't.
I was thinking Dre Bailey was gonna call in, man, but he is enjoying.
He's
in
too
Miami.
busy.
Yeah,
He's
Miami.
enjoying
Cocktails, hurricanes,
Love.
beat.
Man.
Look, it's
That's a
funny.
tough life.
A couple of weeks ago, I was in Orlando. I was out there for a National Flag Football tournament, but I called in. I was out there on, it was business for us. But Dre out there on pleasure mode, man. I don't expect.
He already kicked back a few. He ain't gonna be able to call it.
I see him on some roller skates. Like, oh, my God.
Don't be surprised.
Got his dreads in the wind.
Don't be
Like,
surprised if you call in.
Yeah, and I won't.
Don't be
I won't.
He gonna
I
call
won't
it at
be.
the end of the show.
I won't
Oh, I lost track of time. I'm in South Beach, man.
I forgot.
I was at this day party and
Yeah,
I
that was
right.
hey, it is what it is,
Miami's
man.
going down. It's
Yes,
going
it is.
live.
Absolutely, man.
If you
Shout
was
out to
in
our
South
guy, Dre
Beach,
Bailey.
would you call into the show?
no.
That's what I'm
Right.
saying.
That part.
You got to think
Probably
about it.
not.
You
Probably
you
not.
vote.
Probably
That
not. I'm on the bed.
Yeah.
There's too much going on in Miami.
There's too much going on.
It's too
Probably
much.
not. Too many distractions. Probably not. But yeah, speaking of Miami,
Love Miami.
there's a game on tomorrow.
What game is that?
Ooh,
Mm.
the Super Bowl.
I'm not sure.
There's a
Yeah, I know.
game.
Because Sherman will want
There's a
to.
game
Listen,
on
you want
tomorrow.
to infiltrate? They just want some
There's a
Niner
game
people on the mics.
tomorrow.
Listen, ain't no one want to hear all that.
I want to get the ladies' perspective. I gotta get your
I mean,
takes on
as
this. I have to.
As I witness some of this ugly headgear that I'm seeing right now.
Whoa.
That's
Whoa.
not as beautiful as my beautiful.
Whose juice
scarf.
is that? Whose juice is that?
That's mine.
Oh, okay. I thought that was her juice. I was going to say, you're drinking red juice.
No, I'm not drinking red juice. I'm wearing a black and silver Raiders scarf
And you're
here, and
doing
I'm
that.
looking
Absolutely.
at
You're repping.
a very jarring beanie over here
Yes,
for my man.
it's that original
Quan's
right there.
got that San
And it's
Francisco
70
hat.
degrees
Yes.
out.
And honestly, I can't be mad at your guys' team. I really can't hate because you guys you did that.
That defense
and you did
is
it.
crazy.
The defense is crazy.
Yeah.
You guys legitimately did that. I am very torn. I did pick Kansas City because you keep kicking me.
That's why
What
I'm
is
turning
up
my
with
body.
that? the crazy thing is,
I got long legs. I'm sorry.
and the tragic thing is, you kicking my J's. Like that's already strike two. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm just kidding. I'm only kidding. Yeah.
I'm about to have this sunny delight in my face in a minute.
I'm only kidding. That's okay. I just respect what the Niners have done, and I think the coach that you have, I think it's going to come down to two factors here. If Kyle Shanahan can outcoach Andy Reid. And strategically, that's, I think, the determining factor on winning the games. The defense, offense, forget all that. I think it comes down to coaching at the end of the day, what the strategy and the moves are going to be. And is Andy up to the challenge of Kyle Shanahan? I feel like this kid has played Madden for years, and he's got his dad, and he's just in Jimmy's head.
He's been in the league since he was 5.
He knows to make maneuvers. He knows to make those adjustments. I can't be mad if y'all win. I just feel like, I don't know.
I will be mad if y'all win, but I can appreciate you all.
I can appreciate the team. Yeah.
Now, look, as a 49er fan, I must add this nugget about Kyle Shanahan. We've seen him in a big game before drop the ball.
Yeah, that was going to be my other thing.
We've seen it. I'm not finna sit here and just gloat and act like everything is everything. I must mention that. I have to mention that.
Well, the big Andy Reid's done it 4 or 5 times.
And I was gonna get to that, but I had to get on us first.
My bad. I had to get on
us first. I'm not finna sit here and just act like it's all good.
A plus for you guys also have the legendary Mike Shanahan overseeing things. Of course. Also. That's what you guys didn't have the first time around.
Sure.
So I think that's going to play in you guys' favor.
Right. But now that that's out the way,
I
think we totally dominate this football game, guys. I'm gonna be honest with you.
So you think with the line being won, you think it's gonna be a blowout?
I don't care nothing about that.
I disagree.
I think we win going away, 10 points.
Really?
Yes, ma'am. And this is why. This is why. If you look at the Kansas City game when they played the Titans, right? So Ryan Tannehill is. I mean, what kind of quarterback is he really? Did he just get hot? Or is he really that guy?
Nah.
I think he just got hot, right? I think he just got hot, of course.
They got Derrick Henry.
So here's the deal. Here's the deal. Here's what happened in that first half of that game. They did not stop Derrick Henry in the first half of that football game. He absolutely ran ruckshot over them. But he had 65, 70 yards at the half.
Man, it looked like 200.
What happened was the Chiefs scored so quickly. It was a couple of 3 and outs, and the Chiefs scored so quickly that the Titans were unable to recover. Now I'm Mike Vrabel. Now I'm panicking because I can't run the football anymore because these dudes is running the track meet on me.
But what happens
can't
if
run the football
what
anymore.
happens if that happens again with versus you guys?
See, that's the thing. Our defense is equipped for that. The Titans defense was not.
But I don't know if they're equipped for scoring 3-4 touchdowns straight.
Well, I mean,
no defense equipped for that.
We had a shootout with the New Orleans Saints in New Orleans without 3 of our best defensive players.
Yeah.
On the field at that time. Right. These are 3 best guys at all 3 levels. The best guy. People always look at Bosa. No, it's actually D Ford. D Ford is our fastest pass rusher. Joey Bosa gets the love because of D Ford. So you're looking at Quan Alexander playing that linebacker spot. Now, Fred Warner filled in magnificently. Dre filled in magnificently. But Quan Alexander is that guy. Then you're looking at the back end with Tart. We saw what happened to that pass defense when Tart went out. We saw that. It was bad. All 3 guys are back.
Yeah, but it's hard.
Real quick, we do have a phone call from our favorite GM of the Lakers, Chris Rhodes.
God. This guy.
Yeah.
Say it. Just go right ahead. Killer Chris.
I talked to Chris.
Killer Chris.
What up, Chris?
What's good with you, bro?
Oh man, just saw the Hall of Fame class. You just got inducted. You want to see the guy that put in?
The NFL Hall of Fame class?
Yeah. I just got they announced the 5 modern candidates. Steve Atwater, Isaac Bruce, Steve Hutchinson, Dre's guy, Troy Polamalu, Steve Hutchinson, the guard from...
I like the Isaac Bruce. I like that Isaac Bruce look.
Yeah, Isaac Bruce.
I like the Troy
And then
Polamalu.
Steve Atwater.
I like that.
Steve Atwater, finally.
Atwater.
Finally. Steve Atwater, finally.
Yeah.
Good.
Old
Yeah.
school.
Jay Reed's guy.
Good for Steve Atwater,
Denver
bro.
Broncos, yeah.
Absolutely,
Still
bro.
no Donnie Shell.
Still no Donnie Shell, bro. That's
Really?
crazy. I thought
No Donnie Shell.
he got the nomination. He just didn't get the nod. He was
He
in,
should be in before Steve.
Yeah. I'm not going to argue
Don't look
with
at me
you.
like that.
I'm not going to argue with you. I'm
You
not
looking
gonna
at me
argue.
like
I saw more of Steve Atwater's career. I didn't see Donnie Shell's career. I
think
saw more of Steve
he-
I
Atwater.
believe Donnie
saw
Shell
you-
should have
I
got
felt
in over
you-
Troy Polamalu.
No, I'm good.
Honestly,
You think who?
I think
Shell.
Donnie Shell, another
Yeah.
Steeler safety, should have gotten in ahead of Troy Polamalu.
Mm.
I like Troy. I don't think he has the numbers as some of the other candidates that
Sure.
was available there.
I think too, and a lot of people don't realize this. Some Steeler fans don't even realize this. Troy Polamalu was moved. He was playing on the back end of that defense.
And
He was moved
Why?
to the
Why?
front end of the defense because
Why?
he kept getting cooked.
Yes.
right. And again, this isn't to disparage Troy.
None
But
at all.
In
None
a
at all.
coverage standpoint,
He wasn't
they
good.
had to hide him.
Yes, a lot.
Whereas these others, where you talk about now, Steve Atwater was a thumper, but he was a coverage guy.
Sure.
All these other safeties that we can think of in history were all coverage guys.
Yes.
Maybe corners, like a Ronnie Lott was a corner converted to safety.
Gotcha.
They had to hide Troy.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead,
Yeah.
Chris.
Go ahead, Chris.
No, I'm just saying, like Charles Woodson was a converted corner safety.
Sure.
Ronnie Lott.
Yep.
I mean, yeah.
Absolutely.
Didn't Champ Bailey play a little safety in his end of his career? Champ Bailey, I thought.
Champ might have been
I don't
more
know.
corner, but I think he
Yeah.
did play
Safety, more
some
safety.
safety.
Rod Woodson got
Rod Woodson. That's what he just
got
said.
converted from corner to safety.
To safety.
Yeah.
Right.
You know why? Sterling Sharp.
Interesting.
Sterling Sharp
For
ate
one
him.
dude.
toasted.
For one
Sterling Sharp
dude.
ate him up.
Yeah.
Wow.
Next season,
And-
he was
and-
at free safety.
And remember,
for the
Rod Woodson
position.
also tore his ACL as well.
Yes.
Too.
Not that year though. He was young Rod.
Yeah, he was fully healthy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
But
Wow.
I'm happy. I'm happy for Edge.
Yeah.
I'm happy for Steve Atwater. I'm happy for everyone who got inducted.
I like
think
the
that's awesome.
I like the Isaac Bruce nod. I really, really do, man. Isaac
The-
Bruce
Did
was
we get
is-
Troy Holden?
I-
Did we get Troy Holden pretty soon?
I think it's going to be a
gonna
while
be a
before
minute for
Torrey
Torrey.
Holt. He doesn't have the numbers
I think
as
Hines Ward. I think Hines Ward should be in.
I agree with that
How
one.
many?
I agree with Hines.
Hines got what? 13,000 receiving yards? About?
Yeah, but-
12,000.
100 catches, 85 touchdowns. And don't forget, he was
I
the
like
best
Hines Ward's
blocker of the wide receiver position.
Yeah, but you
can't-
don't. You don't make the Hall of Fame off of being a blocking wide receiver.
Yeah.
And Hines Ward's numbers pale in comparison to some of the other candidates coming up.
Sure.
Torrey Holt, as we talking about. Whenever Larry Fitzgerald decides to
boy,
hang it
it's a
up,
wrap.
Calvin Johnson,
What
Reggie
about
Wayne.
Reggie Wayne? Yeah, I was about to say
you know,
that.
all these
Reggie
guys
Wayne.
are going to be well ahead of a Hines Ward. I don't see Hines Ward making it.
Let's look at Donnie Shell's numbers. He's a 4-time Super Bowl champion, 5 Pro Bowls.
Steel curtain defense.
Man,
Yeah, he should.
he
get
has
in
over
on that
51
alone.
interceptions in a non-throwing era.
Yes.
I think
He was
Dick LeBeau, I think, retired with 60.
Dick LeBeau has around 60.
About
INTs.
60, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So it's just a comparison.
Yeah.
Just doing some comparison numbers.
Yeah.
But wow.
Isaac Bruce.
Isaac Bruce. Man.
Listen, man, if he was unheralded because he was playing for the St. Louis Rams for so long.
Sure.
And he was also overshadowed in his own division by Jerry Rice throughout his entire career.
Yep.
But when you talk
Especially
about
He's
route
overshot by
running,
his own teammates.
no,
Warner,
you got to think about it. Torrey Holt came in what 2000 or 1999. Isaac Bruce had already been in the league 7 years at that point.
Sure.
But when you talk about route running, setting up his corner,
Yes.
you go back and watch some of those terrible Rams teams. The one shining star they
Horrific
had against
Rams
double
teams.
coverage, Isaac Bruce.
Yep.
Torrey Holt ate because Isaac Bruce was on the other side,
Sure.
commanding double
Sure.
teams. Not to take away anything from Torrey Holt because he stood on his own
He
merit.
was still good.
But Isaac Bruce is one of the top 5 receivers in NFL history, in my opinion.
Absolutely. Fresh off the wire, man. Michael Thomas is your offensive MVP.
Wow.
Yes. I mean, look at the
Love
numbers,
it.
bro.
Love it.
That's,
Those awards are tonight, right?
Yeah. But this fresh off the wire. Michael Thomas wins Offensive Player of the Year.
Kyler Murray, rookie.
Kyler Murray and
Bosa.
Joey and Bosa are Nick Bosa are.
Who was the
Rookie
coach of the year?
That has not come up yet. Have not seen that one yet. It should be very.
So let me talk on the Michael Thomas thing real quick because Jay Reed, you just said that the Niners haven't faced an offense like Kansas City, and people conveniently forget that New Orleans offense was just as potent all year, and the Niners went into New Orleans was down 20-7 without 3 defensive starters, as Goose mentioned earlier, and was down early with the offensive MVP Michael Thomas at the helm, Alvin Kamara,
Drew Brees. Everybody was there.
Oh, Kamara was a bust. Kamara, take it easy. Kamara was a bust this year. I have his fantasy. I watched all of his games. He
was
did
there.
nothing.
He was there.
Yeah, he was there. That's the whole point.
Let's not count him. He was a bust.
Right, he was there. So the Niners defense and offense was able to still keep up that track meet and come back at that point, being down. So, to say that the Niners have never faced that's kind of like when people say like, well, this boxer's never, like Floyd. Well, what's going to happen when Floyd gets hit? Okay, he doesn't get hit. That's the point. So the Niners defense, they all year they didn't get down like that. And when they did, they showed that they can come back and win.
I love Drew Brees, but he can't do what Patrick Mahomes.
I was just going to say that
they don't have an answer for Patrick Mahomes, and they don't have an answer for Tyreek Hill. Man, Tyreek Hill is so fast.
Hey, we appreciate you, Chris.
Thank
we
you,
appreciate you.
Yeah, I gotta go. Busy day at the Jerry. Busy day.
Yes,
All right, man,
indeed.
Yes, sir.
Now, I think it's going to be a good game. I don't think that it's going to be a blowout at all. I think it might come down to a field goal. I just like Patrick Mahomes. I mean, I really don't.
I love him.
Either team can win. The Broncos not winning, so
I love Patrick Mahomes.
But I just don't think from what I've seen this year and what I've seen with their playoff run that they've done, it's like they're on fire right now. There's something magical happening with that team.
I understand your point, but the San Francisco defense struggled with 2 quarterbacks all season. Jackson is one of them.
And I don't even think we struggled with him, bro. We actually looking at what he did to everybody else. Yeah. We actually contained him.
He threw for like 165,
and he rushed for like 65 yards in the game. Yes. He just set the best kicker in the National Football League's history up for a 50-yarder, and he sunk it.
Correct.
and my biggest thing though is like I'm still not 100% believing in Jimmy Garoppolo. I don't believe in Jimmy right now.
So can I give y'all a little nugget and I'm gonna let you finish?
Yeah.
So according to Pro Football Focus, and I read and watch and listen to Pro Football Focus religiously. I swear by Pro Football Focus. Did you know that the Saints nor the Kansas City Chiefs were the most explosive offense this year? You know who it was? It's the San Francisco 49ers. More plays for 20 yards or more than any team in the league.
Is that because of Garoppolo or that running game?
No, just
it's both.
It's both
because the offense is so balanced.
Monster, man.
It's a balanced offense. When you can send 3 running backs, you don't know right now. Raheem Mostert has the hot hand. So I'm expecting Shanahan to ride Raheem Mostert. But that don't mean Tevin Coleman and Matt Breida can't say, hey, what about us?
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, what about we're looking at a receiving core that hasn't even been used in the playoffs, guys.
Correct.
People don't even have film on these guys right now. And like if we looking at this from a recency standpoint, they don't even have film on those guys right now.
And see, what people also fail to realize, the 49ers had the second highest scoring offense in all the NFL. Yep. So when they say, well, can the Niners put up points against Kansas City? Well, we averaged, I think it was 29.2 points per game.
Gave up 18 a game.
That's why I think it'll be a high scoring game.
Yeah, I do too.
I think if it gets the high scoring game, I give the edge to KC. I give the edge to KC.
I mean, San Francisco could put up points, but KC they put them up back. Y'all better not do no. Y'all better not punt.
I know that, man. Of course you would.
Yeah. I'm just looking at who Kansas City played against, and I like Houston. I really do. But if you're comparing defenses, they stink compared to us. Let's look at Kansas City's defense. They're horrible.
Yeah, I agree. It can't
They're
stop
horrible.
the run.
All you have to do is run at the Honey Badger, and you will be successful. Did y'all watch the Tennessee game?
I think of late, like you said, as a recency standpoint, KC's defense has been playing good.
They've been playing better.
They've
played better.
Yeah.
I will say this:
better.
Once they got Chris Jones back, their defense elevated themselves.
Sure.
Right?
That
because
was big.
You got that plug right
Chris
there in the
Jones
middle.
back was big.
So they got that. You got Frank Clark on the edge. They are leaking in the secondary.
Yes.
Okay.
Bad.
That's where that's
I like
why
Sorensen though. I do like Sorensen.
Yeah, but they're susceptible to the pass. As well.
Sure.
I mean, Ryan Tannehill still put up yards on them in the first half of that game. And I agree with everybody else's sentiment about them too. Kansas City puts up points.
Sure.
We all know that.
Sure. Rapidly.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And so they are a force to be reckoned with. And trust me, this ain't like when the Niners beat San Diego back in 1994,
Right.
and it was a foregone conclusion that we was gonna spank them, or when we beat the Denver Broncos 55
Why you gotta bring
to
up
10.
old stuff?
There's there's nothing.
We wouldn't even talk about the Broncos. You just had to find a way.
Don't
to
even
put the
look over
Broncos
this
in
way.
there.
Don't even look over this way.
Ain't nobody said nothing about the Broncos. He just had to find a way to throw them in there.
Y'all know I'm a little petty,
Yes, sir, you are. Yes. You know that my heart is with the Broncos, man. Come on, you trying to break it?
See the way I have to look at them. But look, there is a righteous fear of what Kansas City can do on offense, and anybody who says that they don't have it is lying.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's why they're here.
Yep, they're here because they can do that. Absolutely.
And Patrick Mahomes, boy, I'm
special. The dude's special. What else can you say when it comes to that dude? Dog, the dude is special, bro. When he was drafted, even beforehand, like I actually heard some takes like, nah, this dude just a gadget quarterback. He this, he that. I'm like, hold on, dog. Like, y'all watching highlights. I watched games. I watched this dude carve people up from the pocket. Not just moving. The highlights are just that. They're highlights. They're meant to get you on the edge. All the highlights they gonna show are him making plays out of the pocket. But I watched him carve people up, short throws, intermediate, deep from the pocket. I've watched that. So to say that he's just a gadget quarterback, that's irresponsibility on your part. Yeah. I truly believe that.
And he's quietly mobile.
Yes.
So again, with our defensive front, we can get to him with 4. But if you get too high up on that edge, he will duck underneath and take off. And then once he take off, he's still looking downfield. He got a cannon. That pass that he threw to Sammy Watkins,
unbelievable.
On the run, 50 yards in the air. A lot of these quarterbacks can't throw 50 yards, period.
Damn near across his body. I think he threw that across his body.
On the dime. He's special. He's special. But Dan Marino was special back in Super Bowl 16.
Dan Marino didn't have any weapons with him either. It was just Dan Marino.
At the time, they thought they was weapons. At that time, until the Niners
He had
beat
2
them in the
weapons.
Super Bowl. And,
Yeah, Clayton and Duper. That's it.
Clayton and Duper. Those were his guys. Clayton and
Tony
Duper.
Nathan.
Yep, with the single bar.
That's 3 people.
Single bar.
Mahomes has
6 weapons.
Yeah, he's got a lot of weapons.
You got Sammy and you got Tyreek Hill on the outside.
Is Shady hurt?
I don't know what's going on with Shady, man, to be honest.
According to reports, he's going to be inactive because they want to use other formations, so you can only have so many active personnel per game. So apparently Andy Reid has come out the toolbox with some other type of personnel, but that makes you think, if you're going to make your leading running back, and I know they got Damian Williams, but if you're going to take your leading running back out, they're going to be heavy pass. They must see something or feel some type of way that they can pass against us, which kind of leads into our hands. But you're eliminating the running game by taking Shady out,
right? Because I think our linebackers are great cover linebackers. If I think the key for us is maintaining Travis Kelce. I think if we allow him,
I forgot about Kelsey
to get out in space.
I didn't even mention Kelsey. I forgot about him.
Yeah, I think if we allow him to get out in space, well, I think we combat that heavily with George Kittle. There's no doubt about that. George Kittle's the best tight end in the league right now, so we combat that.
Fact.
But
he only caught one pass last.
Yeah, and this is the thing.
What else?
When you don't,
just saying,
when you
he blocked a whole lot that game.
Absolutely. I think that's what Bill was getting at. I think that's what Bill was getting at.
No, he wasn't. He was finding a way to hate.
He was getting it hate. He was getting it hate. He was only thrown 2 once. He was 1 for 1.
I'm with you, Bill. I'm with you, Bill.
Look. Here's the deal. Y'all ever play around with your kids and you kind of wrestling with them? And you can hit anybody with an uppercut, but you ain't gonna hit your kid with it. You can kind of just move them out the way.
Yeah.
That's how we play Green Bay. That's how we play Green Bay.
You need to put some respect on my man's name.
You got the
Some respect on my man's name right
Georgie,
Goose, am I right? We didn't have to hit Green Bay with an uppercut. We just moved them around a little bit. We didn't have to pull out all the tools.
And we looking at
that's what you did.
We looking at the Smith brothers. Those two are the best defensive Those two are the best pass rushers that the league got to offer.
Well, the Niners have the best tight end defense all year. They've shut down every tight end. Name one tight end that lit them up. I mean, the Saints almost did, but then he got hurt.
He got hurt.
Yeah.
So he kind of got lit up by
kind of.
But I mean, he got hit.
He got slept.
Yeah.
He's got slept.
Damn. Yikes, brother.
He's
still asleep.
Yikes.
Sleep still.
Holy clap. That's how you feel,
He gonna miss the Super Bowl. Wake him up.
Steven Senior, man, we need your opinions on this Super Bowl, brother. Come here.
Man, don't say nothing about Kobe.
Yeah.
Come on here, man.
Don't say nothing about Kobe going back to timeout. Now, we taking you out of timeout. We taking you out now. Don't go back in there.
Come on, man. Here, come. Look. Grab my mic, man. Here.
With your leather cap on.
Steven Senior.
Laker Nation.
Speak some knowledge over here.
Laker
You
Nation.
drunk? Are you drunk?
You can't even hear out of his right
Are
ear.
you drunk?
No, I ain't drunk. What am I drunk for?
Y'all just told him to
Flip
take
that
some
headphone
NyQuil to
around.
get here.
You stupid.
You got the headphone on upside down.
Man, look here. Laker Nation is still in the uproar over that Achilles comment, man. I'm looking at my Facebook, man. People inboxing me.
Yeah.
Threatening my kids, man. What's wrong with y'all, man?
I don't think they should. I don't think they should threaten your kids, but they should be on your helmet.
Yeah.
For that.
Come get it.
Yeah.
Come get it. Yeah. Come get this hoodie. Come get it. Look here, man. What's the question? 49ers what?
What
49er rhetoric. Come on.
What's your prediction for the game and how do you see it? Rhetoric.
You know what, man? What worries me about Mahomes is his running. I'm not worried about his passing. I'm worried about my secondary and the defense we're going to choose to play and how we adjust. I think we got the better team on both sides of the ball as far as ball control on offense, and we got a better defense from top to bottom.
So you're worried if
front four
if
linebackers.
KC has to go off script?
Yes. Okay. If we do the same thing Tennessee did, but Tennessee does not have the personnel we have as far as the front seven go. They don't have that personnel, and that's why they kept getting beat. You know, as long as we can keep Witherspoon on the sideline, put him in certain situations, we'll be all right. You know, he had some rough weeks toward the end of the season and the playoffs. You know,
he need to be inactive.
Well,
he was terrible.
You give him, but you use certain packages, and I think he'll be okay in certain packages. You can't put him on Tyreek Hill, but neither can you put Richard Sherman on Hill either.
Yeah,
you know, there's not a player on this planet that you can just line up man to man on Tyreek Hill. And that goes to Jalen Ramsey or any
burn.
Exactly. So it's scheme coverages. You rolling over safeties over the top, and that's where Kansas City can hurt you because if you're doubling him. I mean, they still got McCole Hardman. They still got Sammy Watkins. And
do you think they'll double him? Do you think that's what
well, the Niners play more zone. So, therefore, you keep everything in front of you. You can see it as it's coming.
Yes.
So, it's not necessarily a double team. Where they can hurt you is they're fast going through zones. You got to learn to pass them off. But you got to get that pass. You got to get the pass rush into Mahomes' space. You got to set the edges, get rush up the middle, which we can. Eric Armstead and DeForest Buckner are 6'7" and 6'9", coming up through the middle. So they can take away passing lanes. So when you're talking about playing a zone defense and you got that as a quarterback coming in your face, you don't have those same sight lines. So now you gotta throw with anticipation. When you're in zone, those players are already sitting there.
Right.
So as Tyreek Hill is coming across that zone, there's a man already sitting there. Mahomes has to throw it to that spot. When you're in man, you're chasing it. So you're behind all that speed. Zone, you're in front of it.
And that's when you be in trouble. They can't let us go up 24-0, and we can't get down 24-0. That's just the bottom line. You know, if we go up 24-0, they're gonna have a hard time. If we get down 24-0,
I think this is gonna all come down if you guys can get to the quarterback. If you guys can get to the quarterback, I think that's your best.
And we can run the football. We ain't got to worry about the quarterback. If we can run the
y'all
football,
got to keep Mahomes off that field.
If we
keep
can
him off that field,
if we can run the football, he won't get a whole lot of chances. He won't get a whole lot of chances.
You gotta limit Patrick.
What time do the Seahawks play tomorrow? What time do the Cowboys play tomorrow? Yes, I want all the smoke. I want all the smoke right now.
Petty
I
is
want the smoke.
His phone about to blow up again.
Give me that smoke. Give me that smoke right now. What time the Cowboys playing? What time the Seahawks playing? They not playing. It's the 49ers. Bang, bang. Bang, bang. Gang, gang. Now,
my Bronco players,
he'll be missing from Facebook. I know that.
What time the Raiders playing?
How would y'all feel if y'all lose though tomorrow? If y'all
Don't bring that mojo over here.
I'm just saying. I'm Mo. I'm just asking a question. I just want to know.
What if we don't?
What if y'all don't? Well, how y'all feel?
We got there.
What if we don't?
What if you don't though? For real? Like, how will you feel?
Go on with
Depends
that.
on how we lose.
Go on with that.
It depends on how y'all lose.
Depends on how we lose. If
Sure,
we
how you
with
gonna
that.
feel?
Go on with that.
Sure, we gonna live another day. I just want to know how you feel.
If we win, just know we're gonna act the fool.
That's right.
If
Just
we
know.
win, just know we're gonna
Just
tell
know.
Vegas up.
It's gonna be.
I mean, and I understand that, but if you lose, how y'all gonna feel?
It's gonna
I'm not
be-
worried about losing.
Are you gonna shut down your social media,
worried
or what do you
about
think?
losing.
It's
It'll
gonna
be okay.
If we win, it's gonna be Bozo the Clown.
Hey, as a matter of fact, I think
It's gonna be.
I think brother
That's
Will
what
is
it's
Bozo
gonna
the
be.
Clown.
It's gonna be
Okay.
Bozo the Clown. We win.
I
you
feel
did not
on
pay
that.
up.
I feel you on that.
You did not pay up. You have not worn your Niner gear yet, brother. No picture, no nothing.
Oh,
You were supposed to get it for me.
there it is right
Damn
there.
it.
Oh, Gorilla Cross Radio.
The FCC
that's gonna be the last
FCC.
Here we go. Here we go.
It's the last show, guys.
Push up. Push up.
Oh wow.
Oh,
You got.
But you already know I'm a man of my word, so I will.
your camera.
Look at this
Turn
ugly.
around. Turn it around. Turn. There you
Oh,
go. Right
look at this thing,
there.
man.
You look
You
like
look flyer than you ever
Hey.
look.
Oh,
Yes.
terrible.
pretty decent on you, bro.
Yes, man. And look at the shoes. It matches the shoes.
somebody. Give me a red nose real quick.
No, they don't match Kobe.
Somebody give me a red nose real quick.
Yes, they do.
Somebody give me a red nose. Let me get my red nose out the car.
Might I add?
it was
this
supposed
is
to be a
like-
T-shirt.
Might I add? It was like an 8-year bet. Like
Wow.
8 years ago.
8 years ago.
No, it wasn't that long ago.
Come on, cuz.
It was at Bible study.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was at
A long
Bible
time
study.
ago. Like 6, 7 years.
Yeah. It was supposed to be a T-shirt. though.
You look good in that
At
hat. though.
Bible study, honor thine best.
How long do I got? How long do I have to wear this thing?
To thy own hurt.
Huh?
To thy own hurt.
Be true.
To thy own hurt.
Dang, it's
funny.
3:26. I gotta wear this a whole nother 30 minutes.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Yes, yeah, man.
I mean, but you looking stronger.
Show is.
Yeah, Bill. He had
Show is.
This dude.
You got your underdog on.
Me and Jay made. Don't you be taking no pictures, man.
Stop, dog. Come on, man. It is what it is. Hey, you look better in that hat than you do in the cowboy hat.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna tell you.
Crazy. You crazy.
Whatever. I'm gonna tell you.
Crazy.
I'm gonna tell you.
Crazy.
Mo, tell him how good he look.
You all right, bro.
Crazy.
You all right.
That's a little jarring, but it's better than a cowboy hat.
You all right, bro.
Hey, I got a question for y'all.
The hat is
Don't shame.
accentuating your cheekbones.
What about this?
See, this look better with the blue than this red. This look better with the blue than the red.
I got a question for everybody in here, real quick. I need to know this because I don't think so. Is Eli Manning going to the Hall of Fame?
Yes.
He will.
Yes.
Sure he will. He'll get
Yes.
in. He'll get in.
Eli Manning is a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
He'll get in.
Eli
Why?
Manning is a
'Cause
Hall
of
of
the Super
Famer.
Bowls?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
And that would be it.
And
Yes.
some of his stats.
And
And
some
some of his
of them.
stats.
Which one?
Yeah. He's
say
like
it.
7th all time passing yards.
In big games, Eli played well on the biggest stage.
Getting to the big games is the problem.
Well, he got there. He
What,
got there and showed out.
Two times?
Yeah.
117 and 117 is his career
Yes.
record.
Yeah.
He's led the National Football League in interceptions 3 different times.
Three different times.
And so did Brett Favre.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He did. But if I'm looking as a voter, I'm not in a hurry to put him in the first ballot just because he has.
So what ballot is he?
MVP.
How many times
I
is he
think
going to take?
he'll be on his last leg when he gets in. That's how I believe it should be. It probably won't go that way.
I say
but
3 to
believe
4.
That's how it should be, man, because
3 or 4 ballots.
when you're looking at Eli Manning and what he's done over the course of his career, and I mean, this is obviously, figuratively speaking, but you take away the 2 Super Bowl appearances.
It's nothing
and the
after
wins,
that.
Like he's
nothing.
He's just
nothing.
he's a regular guy.
Look at it this way.
He's regular.
If he were in this,
he's worse.
If he were in this Hall of Fame class, he would get in. Based on this Hall of Fame class, so we got to look and see who's going to be up and eligible.
The question is, will it be first ballot?
It depends on who's going to be at that time.
I would not ever say he's not going to get in. Those 2 Super Bowls meant something.
Yes. Yeah,
but
because he beat New England both times.
Yeah, both times.
He beat New England both times.
But the question is, in 5 years, who will he be there with? And who will he go in with?
Exactly.
They'll probably say, can we just chill on him for this year?
Yeah.
We'll see.
It could be the same.
But he's a Hall of Famer.
It could be same as the Olo Candy draft. Who got drafted with him? It was all trash. If the rest of the cats are trash on the ballot with him, he going in.
Eddie Curry, all them, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
They always trash.
Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah. I just had to ask, man. That was on my heart.
It was.
It was, because I watched something. I was like, I don't rock with Eli like that. I don't play with Eli like that.
And you know what?
I don't rock with him.
That's going to be the consensus the whole time.
Yeah.
That's going to be the consensus the whole time.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to be like,
he just disappointed me. Like, it's
because by the time he's ready, it's going to be a new age and era of voters who's voting. A lot of the old school cats and a lot of the, the stalwarts are going to be gone.
Yeah.
So it's going to be, the 50-year-old cats and who watched him.
Right.
Who watched him beat Tom Brady twice. Those cats will be voting at that time.
I think what it took Terrell Owens, two times?
Yeah, but that was politics.
Yeah. No, I'm saying as many times, like, if it took Terrell 2 times, it should take Eli 3 times. That's just my opinion. That's just how I feel about it.
I'll say this. The name Manning, those
That's
2
gonna
Super
help.
Bowls,
That's going to help
New York
Manning.
media.
those 2 Super Bowls in the New York media equals him getting in at some point.
Yeah.
I'm not saying first ballot, but at some point
His
he's getting
father's in, right? Archie Manning?
Yeah.
Archie in, right?
And his
brother.
Well, I know Peyton. That's my favorite quarterback of all time was Peyton.
Yeah,
so I know he's. I love Peyton. My favorite of all time. Peyton Manning to go. Forget Tom Brady. Yeah, I said it.
Frank Gore just said he wanted to come back as a 49 and retire.
And it makes sense.
You like Peyton Manning?
I like that.
It makes sense.
I like that.
Oh, yeah, you're a Raiders fan.
It's Frank Gore Hall of Famer.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Yeah.
I don't believe so.
Love Peyton Manning.
He'll end up being the senior list. So, because he has
First
the numbers.
of all, we do not want Tom Brady as a Raider. Let's be clear.
Why?
No, we don't. Why
He's
would we
than-
on the other side of
he-
40 that he
he's
is?
smarter than
Why are
that.
we not investing in somebody younger for the future of this franchise
He's
in Las
smarter.
Vegas? I would not want to waste dollars on getting
Exactly.
somebody temporarily that's not going to give us a Super Bowl win.
Exactly.
We need young legs.
I don't
That's
disagree.
And
where
you
we're
have the
at.
draft capital to do that.
We have the
too.
draft cap to do that, and depending on what Derek Carr is probably just going to be a 1-season quarterback in Las Vegas. I feel like he's just going to do that 1 season and then he's out. We need to focus on young. We just need to go with the best and the brightest that's coming out of the next class. Best. Oh, yeah, my breast hurt, so that's why I'm gonna say the breast.
Wow.
I'm thinking
Whoa.
You gotta
She's been
I said the best.
Whoa.
See, I said
got a
the
little high.
best. The best and the brightest. That's Quan. Bringing that out.
There's no way Gruden goes after Brady because of the personality.
Maybe that's what I was saying. Brady and the best and
because of the
brightest.
personality conflict.
Look,
Yeah.
I personally think Brady is going to be a Charger.
I don't even think he's gonna leave New England because they said that New England.
Mr. Kraft is not letting him get out of New England.
No, and he's owed a lot of
It's
millions.
not just Kraft.
Yes, it is.
It's not just Kraft.
Yes, it
It's
is.
also Belichick. It's
I
also
actually
Belichick.
see y'all going after
Kraft
Teddy
overstepped.
Bridgewater.
Kraft overstepped
what I
that when
said.
but with the Jimmy Garoppolo thing though.
Belichick did not want Garoppolo traded.
But no,
Belichick-
he didn't.
No,
he
he did
didn't.
not.
He didn't.
He did not.
He didn't. But that's when Mr. Kraft stepped in and said trade him
No, but you know why? Because
because he
TB12
loved TB12.
Because TB12 went to him, made him pick. He gave him an ultimatum: either you trade him or you keep me.
You was in the room? You heard him say that?
Come on, man. Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Wear your head and be quiet.
Come on, man.
Wear your head and be quiet.
Come on, man.
He facilitated the
Wear your
deal.
head.
Oh, man.
Wear your head and be quiet.
Was you there?
man.
Was you there?
Wear your head.
But
And
I do
Was you
agree
there?
with Sherm when
Was
he
you
said
there? Was you there?
that Teddy Bridgewater. I had mentioned this on our show. Shout out Girl Chat Sports.
Yeah, chat
That
in the building.
that would be a good quarterback to start for the franchise. I don't think they're going to go after him, but that would be a good look. And then they have rumors about Pat Mahomes coming over to Raider Nation.
Nah, it's not
If he doesn't,
gonna
that's
happen.
not going to happen.
Stop
Because
it.
one, we can't afford
You
that.
have the draft capital to move up next year and get
Pat
my
Mahomes
boy
will
from
make
Clemson.
$70 million next year.
Yeah, I
Right.
mean,
Right.
that's probably what it's going to
So
look like.
do that.
He'll be the highest paid football player
Yeah.
in the league.
I don't know what they're going to do.
Guaranteed.
I don't
Guaranteed.
understand this
No doubt.
Raiders organization. They move like kind of weird. So I don't
Kinda.
know.
You're being very generous.
I am
by
being
saying
nice.
that.
I'm not trying to be a mad fan,
Yeah.
but they do move kind of differently than other moves, but they end up making sense at the end. So it's
Not
just going to be
really.
interesting. Yeah, they kind of do.
No,
they
they
kind of do.
They never
They
do.
kind of do. Because we could have just totally been obliterated after AB left. We could have just not. Who expected us to win the amount of wins we had this past season?
The worst move they made that they haven't figured out yet is they hired Gruden. That was the worst move and
I
the
think
worst
they
contract.
gave him too much
Interesting.
money. I don't think it was a bad move. I think
10-year
the
one.
contract
The
is
money.
too much.
Money.
The $10 million for 10 years, I think that's a little
It wasn't
ridiculous.
about the money. The 10-year tie is the problem.
Yeah.
Yep.
The 10-year tie is the problem. And they're going to realize that by week 6 or 7, the same contract that old boy, what's the baseball cat that got in St. Louis? From here?
You talking about
Oh,
No.
no, you're talking
talking
about
about
Bryce.
Bryce
Harper?
Same thing.
Okay.
Same thing. 10-year contract. By year 6 or 7, they're going to realize that that's a really, really, really bad deal. And then they can do about it.
And I mean, that's
Same thing
only
with the
saying
Raiders.
with if our record does not change.
It won't.
Oh, I don't say that. I won't say that. I won't
2
say
years
that.
ago. 2 years.
I won't say that.
Okay.
I won't
Not
say that.
done.
I won't
Okay.
say that because of the simple fact that the city has invested too much money for it to not
Our money
be a
ain't got nothing
failure.
to do with it. Our money ain't got nothing to do with it.
You said that.
The Vegas money has nothing to do with how bad the Raiders are going to be and how bad they are. It has nothing to do with it. It is.
And you think they're gonna be really bad?
It is poor decision making from the top to the bottom, all the way through.
He sounds like Dr. Umar Johnson with all these conspiracy theories.
No.
Get out of here.
It's
No.
so funny that you brought that up because I was gonna.
No.
You had posted something, Bill.
No, I was trying to get through the show without mentioning Umar.
I wanted
That's
to
Umar right there. You and all this.
Y'all favorite cousin at the picnic, Umar.
I got better hair than
And
Umar
it's so
Johnson.
funny because I was
Jeez.
so wanting to mention that, but I wasn't even going to mention it on air. I was
Horrible.
going to mention what your theories was
He's
about
pitiful.
the helicopter and all that he
He's
posted.
pitiful.
And
He
what
does hit
said.
you with a whole bunch of theories about your team.
He's pitiful.
That's all. That's unfounded, just
He-
like
he-
Dr. Umar.
Unfounded.
I mean,
The track record is there for the Raiders.
you
His
guys
track
were-
record
wasn't you
What
guys
track
were 4 and
record
12
there?
last season? So what are you talking about
Yes.
right
He
now?
was what?
You guys were 4 and 12 last season, right there with the Raiders. Your record.
So what track record do you have to be so?
Yeah, so I don't understand, and you guys have not.
We have a different front office.
So what does that mean?
Well,
does
to
that mean,
hold
though?
on to
Because-
Steven's point, Trent Baalke is probably the worst general manager
Yes.
in all of sports.
Yes.
The absolute worst.
Yes.
Once he
Was gone.
once he was let go, things started to switch.
Okay, so
at
we
that
had
point.
Reggie McKenzie prior to us getting Mike Mayock, and I have seen a drastic change in our drafting and who we have as players. Mind you, Jonathan Abrams got hurt early.
Yeah, that's
Mind
not,
you,
can't nothing you
Vontaze
can do
Burfict
about
got
that.
his suspension. I mean,
Right.
there were a lot of things,
Yeah.
and then they renewed Richie Incognito for one more season, which
Jeez.
I kind of wondered,
Racism
what
at
that's
its
all about.
finest.
Exactly. But I do see some progression going with the Raiders because, again, after losing that AB acquisition, everybody thought, including myself, we were looking at 4 wins this past season.
And how many for next season do you see?
I'm going to go 7.
I'll help you. We got a $2 billion stadium and a 3-13 team.
No, I don't see us being 3-13.
Dr. Umar.
That's a little ridiculous.
Dr.
I don't see
Umar
us being 3-13,
again.
especially looking at the schedule that we have upcoming season. I don't see us being
For
3-13.
the Raiders,
I'm
though,
sorry.
I will say this: if you need receiver help, so if you happen to stumble across Robbie Anderson, like you were supposed to get him in the middle of this past season, if you happen to stumble across him here around draft time, hold on to him tight,
you gotta
man.
get him.
You gotta
Easily.
get him, bro. You have to get Robbie
Raiders
Anderson.
gave up a 3rd-round pick for Martavis Bryant, and in 3 weeks, they cut him. You gave up a
That happened.
3rd-round pick.
That did happen.
You gave up a 3rd-round pick for so-so at best talent. A 3rd-round pick. That is a skill player for a 3rd-round pick. That is a highly evolved skill player that you would use at that pick.
I could see
and
that.
You gave it up for him, and in 3 weeks, you cut him. That is poor leadership. That is poor management.
I could see that as poor leadership and poor management.
And that is the history of the franchise.
Well, the thing of it is we only want the players that want to be Raiders.
That's not the point.
No, that is the point because
no.
that's where our decisions are based. Because Gruden has always stressed that message of who really wants to be on this team to perform for us. It's the same. It's the same ideology. Excuse me, same ideology when we had what's his name that went on to Randy Moss. No, when we had Randy Moss. Randy Moss never wanted to be a Raider.
Never wanted to be.
Wanted to be a Raider. Never performed for the Raider organization.
Nah.
Went on the Patriots and was like, this is a better look that I always wanted to be. Any player that comes to this Raider organization, that's part of the mantra. You really want to either be a Raider or you're not. AB proved that theory easily.
Khalil Mack wanted to be a Raider.
Did he really want to be a Raider?
Yes,
though?
he did. Yes, he did.
Yeah, he did.
Khalil Mack
wanted to be a Raider.
He wanted to be a Raider, but we had to make moves. And what did Khalil Mack do for the Bears this past season too?
And he would have taken less to stay.
But we moved up and got better though.
Did you?
I would say like we did. We have to look at the future of the franchise and where we're going.
They
as
were
far
7
as
and
Vegas
9.
markets.
A lot of people didn't think
exactly.
they were 7.
And they didn't pick us to be 7 and 9.
Yeah.
And we did that. And that's what I'm saying. Even with Khalil Mack, look at what his stats did for the Bears.
By week 8, you are what your record
Mitchell
says you are.
Trubisky. That's all I'll say.
Yeah.
With that.
Nothing.
Same thing.
You got to also remember too that was Gruden's ego that happened with Khalil Mack.
Yes. Yeah.
Then they brought Mike Mayock in there to
tremendous.
stabilize the organization.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I see a upward trajectory with the Raiders going forward. I don't see y'all being a Super Bowl team, but you got some good players. You got Renfro at
Yes.
receiver,
I like
Cleveland
Renfro.
Farrell.
Max Crosby on defense.
I like
And
Max.
a bunch of
I like
draft
Max. I like
Yes.
Farrell.
A lot of
Yeah.
draft cap.
Got some
And
good
we
young
did
players.
pay
A lot of
AB,
draft
so that
capital.
opens us up for more. I
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
don't
That's
see
some
us
good young
being
talent.
a 3-13 team next
You
season
got
coming
good
to
talent.
Vegas. I just
Hey.
don't see that.
I'll eat crow pie. Ain't got no problem with it. I had a piece.
got
I mean, you've been eating crow pie all day with this
I've had a
Achilles thing.
piece
I just
before.
think you got your head all the way around. I don't know what's going on in your head today. I just feel like it's nap time right now. I don't know.
I've had plenty of slices of crow pie.
You have. You have.
No problem.
I've known
And
him for 35 years. And yeah, you have.
Hey, Bozo.
Plenty.
Keep your hat on.
Hot with dollops of whipped cream on it, too.
Dollops.
Dollops.
Hey, man, real quick before we get up out of here, man, I want to go around the table and get everybody's score prediction for this game on tomorrow, man. I'm going to start with the OG. We're going to start with the OG, Steven Sr., over across the table, man. What do you think the final score will be, sir?
San Francisco 31, Kansas City Chiefs 17.
2 tubs. 2 tubs. Wow, that's a blowout. That's a complete blowout.
Yeah.
Jay
that
Reed,
is.
what you looking at, bro?
I am going to go with Kansas City 37, the San Francisco 49ers 34.
Close game. Close game.
That's how I
Shootout.
see
That's
it.
more
That's
my
how I
thinking.
see it.
That's more my thinking.
Yeah.
What you looking at?
We'll see. Like Kirk Herbstreit, he can't
Okay.
predict the score of the game
'Cause he's calling them?
Yeah, so I can't do that. I can't
This
predict the
guy.
score of the game.
Come on.
So I'll defer to the girls' chat.
Man, pick a score.
No. and you know, I refuse.
There you go. Thank you, Sharon. That's all right.
Let me just get
You
my
must have
hat
betted
in
on the
this
game.
so they
Yeah, that's
see
what he
it.
did.
I'm gonna go with the Chiefs, of course. 27-24.
27-24.
The
Okay.
Chiefs, of course.
All right. Mo?
Can't even root for the NFC. Get out of here.
Not your team. I would have rooted for Green Bay.
Not your team. Of course you did.
I'm agreeing with Jay. I'm gonna roll with Chiefs though. I just think it's gonna be. It comes down to the field goal play or just one pass play.
Yeah.
Dare I say it might even go into overtime if it's gonna be really a beast of a game. If they got -1,
Interesting.
if it does go.
I gave you my mic for that.
I'm not done. If it does go into like an overtime game, I feel like I'm probably right there along the lines with Mel's, be 37-34, but I do think it'll be tight all the way through. I don't think the Chiefs are gonna.
We're gonna bust
drop
it
the ball in
wide.
the first half.
We're gonna bust it wide open.
Billy.
We gonna bust it wide open.
We're gonna bust it wide.
Bust it open.
Like your hat, Bill.
Bust it open.
It's pretty fly, bro.
I'm gonna say the Chiefs 47.
47.
Yeah, it's gonna be high scoring. Bro.
That's a lot
47
of points,
Now with
brother.
that defense.
47. Their defense will be exposed by Kansas City offense.
47.
47-31.
Wow.
Yeah.
Kansas City Chiefs.
Spade.
Kansas City Chiefs.
Yes.
28-10, Stanford.
He been with his heart. That's his heart right there. That's their heart.
47-31. That's the head off his head.
I'm looking at 31-27 San Francisco. 31-27.
Okay.
I said 10. I said 10. I said win going away 10.
30.
I got it 30. I got it a little bit closer now.
That's a defensive
31-27.
That's a defensive stop.
It's
at
not
the
10.
end.
I got it a little closer now. 31-27.
31-27.
That's a defensive stop at the end of the game.
31-27. The money came in. 31-27. San Francisco.
Sherm, do you want to say anything? You sure?
Let's get this over with, man.
Can't get these out for free. Sorry, guys. Sorry.
Kick this out.
We do have some predictions. Oh, well, breaking news. Lamar Jackson, unanimous MVP.
We all knew that.
Yeah.
That's good. As he should have been.
She didn't. She thought Russell Wilson was going to get it.
Joey Bosa.
Whoa.
Joey Bosa. Joey Bosa. Joey Bosa, rookie of the year.
Yes.
That came from down
Absolutely.
here.
As-
Joey
as
Bosa,
he-
rookie
as
of
he
the
should.
year over Kyler.
Defense.
Defense.
Kyler got offense. Joey got defense.
Okay, got you.
Nick Bosa.
Man, what a show. We appreciate Girl Chat Sports coming
Star-studded.
through.
Girl Chat.
Star-studded,
Sports,
man.
yeah.
Heavy.
Yeah.
Check out Girl
Show
Chat
out.
Sports, man, every
All-Star
Wednesday,
cast.
6 p.m. right here on Gorilla Cross Radio, man. Mo and Mel do an excellent job, man, bringing you sports from a lady's
didn't call
perspective.
in.
Dre did not call
Wow.
Of course, that man didn't call it. He in Miami.
Drake ghosted
in.
us.
So weird.
That
Right, huh?
man
We
in
should call
Miami.
him.
Ghosted us.
We should call him.
He ghosted us.
Yeah.
Oh,
He gonna
Quan's
say,
gonna
"Get
call
off
him.
my phone."
Quan's gonna call him. We're going.
Ghosted
It's going
us.
Let's
straight
see.
to
Let's see.
voicemail.
Let's see if he answers.
It's going straight to voicemail.
Probably standing somewhere in his drawers with his hair down. Standing somewhere with his drawers on.
What your boy Martin? What your boy Martin say? Floating with your leopards.
With his head down and no shirt
Floating
on.
with my leopards.
With his
floating.
With his head down and no shirt
Floating
on.
on your
Put a
beach
Versace
with your
shirt
That
on.
leopards.
birthday picture though was
Oh man,
hilarious.
Vance Longhorn, man,
Vance.
is hey, look, man. Vance Longhorn's a savage, man.
Yes.
I mean, just in every sense of the word, man. Savagery, man. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable.
He's savage with himself when
Yes,
he want to be.
yes, he is. Yes,
so
he is.
you know everybody's up for it.
Yes, he is, man. So we're gonna try to get this call in to Dre Bailey real quick, man. I don't have headphones on,
Is it
man, so I
ringing?
can't really.
Enjoy this Verizon ringback tone while you're partying.
He has a ringback tone. Yes, he has a ringback tone.
Is that true?
Yes, he's been exposed.
He's
Oh,
not
God.
I
in.
told you. I told you to go straight to voicemail. Didn't I tell you?
And if it's emergency, please dial 911.
I told y'all.
Hold on.
That's so no one can get a hold of
He said, if it's an emergency, please
The
dial
mailbox
911.
cannot accept
The
any
mailbox is
messages
full.
at this
Yeah,
time.
The mailbox is full.
Man, he in Miami. I'm telling you. Your mailbox is gonna be full when you go to Miami. I'm telling you.
Probably so.
Because you're not gonna answer your phone.
Probably so.
Got him a glass of reposado.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot.
I never answer my phone in Miami.
Got him a glass of reposado.
Yeah, man.
And Nijo.
Yes, indeed, man. Well,
Yes,
it's going to be a great game, nonetheless, man. All these predictions that we done gave out, all the analysts that we done gave out, man.
Pat
It's going to be a
Mahomes
great
MVP.
game, period. He's not going to answer on Messenger, bro. Yeah. He's not answering on Messenger, bro. That ain't going to happen. Yeah. I don't like answering the internet calls. I don't like that. Not interested in the internet calls right now. That lets me know your phone's off if you call me from Messenger. But anyway, man, great show. We appreciate everybody for stopping by, man. Shout out Dre Bailey out there in the MIA. You understand me?
And he MIA too.
And he's MIA in MIA. Yeah. And it's a big Super Bowl party going down, man, tomorrow, man. At the Residence. Yeah, man. And everybody here is invited, man.
I can't take this off until
the show ain't over, man.
Yeah, we have to
The
conclude.
show
That's
ain't
why,
over, man.
yeah, that's why I'm prolonging it, man. Yeah, man. Shout out to Quan59 on the boards, man. Unnamed Sports in the building, man. Of course, again, Girl Chat Sports for stopping by, man. My guy forever right here, man.
Yeah.
Jay Reed in the building, man. We appreciate
Comedy and
you.
Cocktail this Wednesday,
yes,
man.
sir. Hey, give it out.
Hey, y'all.
Give it out.
I got one of the hottest comedy shows in Las Vegas. I do a monthly.
Oh, yeah.
This Wednesday, February 5th, I got my girl Epiphany from the hit show Power.
Yes.
She's coming out to do the show, so it's going to be
Dope.
off the chain. It's at the Hustler Club, 7 p.m. this Wednesday, February 5th, man. So if you guys are listening, you want to get tickets, go to comedyandcocktailslv.com and get your tickets, man, and come have a great time with us and come laugh with us.
Dude.
We need some laughter right now.
This dude is hilarious,
Yeah.
bro. Jay Reed, it's a funny dude right here, man.
Follow me on Instagram,
really
too.
is.
My
Yes.
Instagram, I do the whole That Don't Go
Oh,
Together.
my
I got the
God.
series
Hilarious.
going.
If you have not seen That Don't Go Together,
Man, if you ain't seen that, you are missing out. You're
Yeah,
missing
man,
out for sure.
and I'm adding some new stuff to the series too. So be on the lookout for that. Follow
Yeah,
me
man.
at comedian Jay Reed, the letter J REID,
sir.
and laugh on my page, man.
Yes, indeed, man.
Appreciate y'all.
Bill Blockham Logan, man. Any last words, brother?
Yeah, hurry up and just get Fade to Black so I can get out this hat.
Sherm, any last words, brother?
If you like, I can go on the soliloquy.
Hey, come on, man.
Soliloquy.
So we can and you know I can rant. You know I can rant. But I just want to thank all of y'all. I don't get in here often enough. I have a lot of things going on the weekends now that tie me up, but to come in and still get the love that I get from everybody
Come on, man.
in here,
Easy money.
all the Niner love in here, you got, I know y'all feel it. Mo and Mel, don't y'all feel this 49er love up in here? I know you do. I know, Jay Reed,
Christian Station, don't do that, man.
Don't you feel the 49er
I was
love?
feeling the 49er love until
Bronco
Steven
love.
Sr. tried to predict that my Raiders was going to do 3-13 next season. So, no, I don't feel the
That
love.
hat looks like how the Niners beat them up today. That's how the Niners did them this
That
season.
is a fan hat.
That's what a fan hat looks like.
Man, that ain't nothing but a
Wow.
Vine. That, hey,
Yes.
hey,
Shut up,
Goose.
Bill.
That used to be an
Bill.
old Von Dutch hat. She just put, the logo on there.
Slap that. Von Dutch.
Come on.
That happened.
Steven C, any last words, bro?
Everybody be safe, man.
Yeah.
Hug your family.
man.
Love your family. Love your friends.
Yes, indeed.
Hug
Yeah.
everybody.
That's
Hug it
one
out.
thing.
The fact.
Forgive. Move on.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. Jay Spade. Nothing for Jay Spade, man.
He ready to get his hat back.
Quest for 6.
Quest for 6.
Yes, indeed.
He gonna cry tomorrow.
Quest for 6.
You gonna cry tomorrow.
Quest for 6.
Nah, thanks, man.
Quest
Thanks for the
for
invite.
6.
I appreciate
Hey.
it. I appreciate it,
Hey.
man.
Quest
LTB
for
doing big
6.
things.
Hey.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate it.
Hey. Quest for 6.
He can hey, Jay can lick them skins too, man.
I know
Yeah.
he can. I know he can.
Yeah. Yeah, we used to play. Yeah.
And if you're scared, you better go to church.
You scared? Go to church.
6 of them things
6
coming.
coming.
Oh, yeah.
Gang.
Gang. MF.
LTBB in the building, man. We appreciate y'all, man.
Tuesday might be a great show.
Peace and love.
Tune in Tuesday.
Ain't gonna be no show Tuesday.
Tune in Tuesday.